if we're going to get really kind of nerdy with this, there is going to be some reflected color from the sleeping slime onto some of this metal. So we're just going to add in a little bit of that, just so it looks a little bit reflective, even more reflective.
I would have never thought of that!
I feel like Bob Ross. Happy trees.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Humble Game Stream. My name is Reagan Catherine, and today I am here with Jess, so also known as draw, Jess, draw. I can do it. We talked about it so many times before. Oh, yeah. Who is going to be here showing us how she did the key art for Archvale. So welcome, everyone. Jess, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I'm so excited to show you guys what I have to work on.
I know, we're so excited. So Archvale, for those of you guys who don't know, it is one of our upcoming titles. We actually just announced it a couple weeks ago. We're super excited. It's going to be a really fun indie game that's kind of like a bullet hell type indie game. So if you're like those types of things, make sure to check it out. Again, we're going to put a link in the description. But today we wanted to show you guys how Jess draws the key art for the game. So we're very fortunate that we were able to kind of get her on, and she's going to walk us through her entire process. Okay, so I'll let you start and kind of tell us what's going on.
Yeah, cool. So to celebrate Archvale being on the Switch, which I personally think is a huge deal, I have this little sketch of our hero playing the Switch, and they are just sitting on this little creature that they have defeated. So as you can see, I start out with a beautiful rough sketch.
Oh, gorgeous.
Absolutely detailed.
So detailed.
And then
I don't even think I could do that though.
I mean, I don't know. We have a lot of good line energy happening there in the middle.
It does.
So then we go over that, and we're going to refine that. And then I take that one step further before I ink, and that is our final sketch that you see now.
And so do you do all of this in Photoshop?
Yeah, so all of this is just right here in Photoshop, super easy. Just make as many layers as you want. You know, you don't even have to name your layers if you're like me. Nice and confusing.
That is how I am too. Right before this, I was showing Jess just like all of the different stream things, and I have like a bunch of different random things that I should name, but that sounds too put together for us. Do you use a tablet, or do you use like, are you just crazy and you have your mouse? And you're doing this all with your mouse?
No, I do have a pen tablet with my fancy pen glove, so that my hand does not smear on the screen.
Is that what the glove is for?
Yeah, you like that?
I thought it was just cool fashion.
See, okay, no, I'm glad you said that, because every time I wear this, everybody makes fun of it.
Yeah, the chat is saying that the glove is really cool.
Thank you, goddess of all that is potato. I appreciate it. Right now, you're going to see me do the line art process.
All right, I'm so excited. I like his little tongue sticking out.
Yeah, he's nice and focused, you know?
Yeah, that's how I play. I have to, like, literally think about it sometimes whenever I'm playing a game to, like, not make stupid faces. I love that your character has closures.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
You would be
I thought about that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, closures on an outfit, like, how is this, like, little wrist gauntlet actually gonna close? As someone who makes things, I really appreciate that, because half the time I'm like, what is this magic?
You know, if you could slay a monster, you just have magic gauntlets, I guess.
And then, so how did you, I know you were saying it was a kind of like a crazy coincidence that you got to do the key art for Archvale, but I said pause. I was like, wait, tell me on stream.
Yeah. So the creative director, or art director, follows me on Instagram, which is super cool, and I did not have any clue, actually. And then one day I got a message about doing a art test, and of course I said yes. Are you kidding me? That's like dream come true territory right there. So I did the art test. It didn't work out, which was fine. I was honestly just like very humbled to have the opportunity, but also just like super, it's nice because I've really only been seriously doing this for a year, so it was absolutely incredible to just kind of be recognized. And then he was like, hey, I might have some other stuff for you. And so, I'm just thinking like, oh, well, that's very sweet to say. Not even a couple weeks later, maybe actually a couple weeks later, I get an email from him again, and he's like, hey, I have a game. I think your style would be great for it. Let me know if you're interested. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And then he said key art. And so I'm thinking to myself, key art, key art, key art, key art. And then I like Google it, and it was like video game cover. And I was like, the cover of a video game? I was like, I've only been doing this for a year. Like, I'm not qualified, right? But I was like talking to my friends, and they were like, what are you talking about? Like, take the job, you know?
Absolutely.
And so I was like, yeah, totally. I would love to.
We have the Archvale Devin here who said you did a great job.
Oh, hey! I am just so glad you like it. I have this thing where anytime I send something, I'm always waiting for the worst, right? But when I sent it, they were like, wow, this looks great. And I was like, all right.
Now, what is your favorite part of like his outfit, the monsters? Like, what is your favorite part to draw?
Okay,
So
so there is, no, actually I added something in, and I was thinking they were gonna tell me to take it out. But you know, they were like, hey, we would love for the character to be surrounded by NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, cool. So they gave me the sheet full of NPCs, and I was like, awesome, awesome, awesome. And I see this little frog chef, and I was like, well, you're going to the cover, buddy. You're gonna be a star. So I put him on the cover, and I just thought he was the cutest little thing. And so honestly, that kept me going the whole time.
The frog
Whenever I
chef?
would get a speed bump, I'd look at that frog and I'd be like, this is it, buddy. We're doing
Me
it.
and you. I love that he's just like sitting on top of a little monster. He's like,
Is, you know, he was like, okay, I just slayed this monster, but I have time for a switch break.
time for a blank.
You know, it is looking cute.
It's so good.
So since we have this kind of shading, this little hatching, I'm just gonna add it in a couple more areas for consistency's sake.
Is there like a rhyme or reason to where you add them?
So I try to think of all the areas where we're gonna hit some of the darker shadows. So any kind of overlapping, you know, I try to think like, okay, where's my sunlight not going? Or, you know, if I want more contrast in certain areas, like I want him or the character to like, you know, pop a little bit more. So I want that back of the back by the cape to be more defined. So it's just good to like keep stuff like that in mind.
Okay, so you go and color everything in one color first.
Yeah, so basically this is a clipping mask that I'm using right now. So we have our flat color. I chose the green because it is the majority color right now, so I don't have to color the whole slime. So basically, this cool layer right here will make it to where I can't color outside of what I already have as the dark green, which is really handy. Because with digital painting, it's a little harder to color in the lines than it is with like just traditional kind of stuff.
Also, like traditional painting is hard to color in the lines, so.
So I'm just going through, I'm just gonna select what should be blue. All right, that looks pretty good. And then I expand it, that way I can just drop my color on there a little quicker. It doesn't have to be the exact same color, you know? We want it to just like feel right. It doesn't have to be 100% correct. Grab that fleshy little tone.
Yeah, pro tips.
Pro tips. Exactly. Yeah, all right, so we're doing the same trick, you know? We're just adding flats, that way we can add the cool stuff after. Because this really is the most, he kind of looks like an Oompa Loompa right now. That's kind of fun.
I know,
Okay.
it's coming together so fast, right?
Photoshop magic, guys. We do all the hard work at the beginning so we can set ourselves up for easy drag and drop, and then we'll do more hard stuff after. Okay, so now let's add some fun stuff, and we're gonna name this layer fun stuff.
I like the layer naming conventions that you use.
Thanks. So now we're gonna start adding our shading and stuff like that. Okay, so we're creating another clipping mask because that's how we make our lives easier, guys. Merge layers? Are you crazy? We're not merging layers. We're grouping layers because if it's in a folder, we don't have to look at it. This, I'm just doing some little shadows on a little multiply layer just to give everything a little bit of depth. It gives it like a little bit of realism, you know, it'll be super fun. When we zoom out and you're gonna be like, oh wow, that looks so much better than the flat colors. Those
Dude,
flat colors.
Already I'm like,
super easy. I really just have purple, and I have it at a 47%.
That's purple?
Multiply layer. Yeah, it's purple. It's a nice like neutral kind of a color for shading, I feel. Because it kind of gives like a little bit of warmth to everything. So for my artists out there, that's
Don't
my
use black, use purple. This is all of the information, guys, today. We're learning so much.
All right, we're doing another trick. We're just selecting.
They said that you need to start streaming and call it Stream Jess Stream.
So I was telling Reagan the reason I chose draw.jess.draw was one, I didn't think I was going to become a professional artist at the time because I made it like 3 years ago. But two, there's this professional wrestler called Kevin Owens, and his whole thing is fight Owens fight. So I was like, ha ha, draw Jess draw. There is indeed a donut in my background, and I have a donut waiting for me after the stream. So
it's a reward donut. Whoa! Look at that.
Color dodge. That's what it's gonna do. Okay, but it would help if I actually like did this seriously. So we're just gonna kind of try to use it to add in nice highlights, but also make this look jelly filled, you know, because I want it to look like there's stuff in it. You can see our before and after. It just adds a little bit of brightness without having to manually pick those colors, which is honestly the best thing in the world.
That's amazing.
And again, I'm always thinking about where that light source is, so.
They're gonna be messaging me later, and I'm like, sorry guys, Blade Brone, color dodge.
All right, so now you can see we got some glow on that metal, and it's looking pretty good, I think.
It's real metal. You took metal and put it in your computer.
All right, so now we're gonna add some fun stuff, and again, this is on a new layer because we have commitment issues. Okay, so now more fun stuff. So now we're gonna just add like fun little wavies to the hair. If we're gonna get really kind of nerdy with this, there is going to be some reflected color from the sleeping slime onto some of this metal. So we're just gonna add in a little bit of that, just so it looks a little bit reflective, even more reflective.
I would have never thought of that!
I feel like Bob Ross. Happy trees.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the line art, I'm also gonna make a duplicate layer of the line art because we are going to fancy up some of the line art.
We're gonna make it fancy.
We're making it fancy, guys. Think we need a background, but we certainly can try, right?
Yeah, I was like, I think he looks real cute.
Okay, hold on. All right, so I like to just throw on a color, go to my good friend hue and saturation. We're just gonna kind of see what looks good. Now it's finished.
Now it's finished. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, chat,
All
say
right.
nice things.
We got our doodle.
Look at that.
And from our doodle, I made a refined doodle. From our refined doodle, I made my sketch. And from our sketch, we got our finished piece. That's it. It's that easy. It really just, if you break it down into steps, you know, art does not have to be overwhelming. Literally, I truly think anybody can do this with enough practice and enough dedication. So
this
yeah.
was so amazing. You did such an incredible job. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for coming on to the stream and showing us your process. Follow Jess on Instagram. It's draw.jess.draw. And if you guys want to keep an eye out for more information on Archvale, which is going to be a very fun bullet hell RPG type game that we are so excited for, we will drop the link to Archvale in the chat as well. And then until next time, thank you again, Jess, for coming and showing us this
Absolutely.
super cute art. So cute.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, until next time, guys, we'll see you on Thursday. Bye.
Bye, guys.